welcome back to my channel. Hi. So in today's video I wanted to give you guys another Valentine's glam before the actual Valentine's Day. So this particular glam is going to be quite simple. Okay, in my books it's pretty simple. It might be a little too much for you guys, but it's very like natural, bronzy, glowy, glass skin kind of look. And if you look back from last year, I tried to pick few bits and pieces from Alia Bhatt's IFA 2019 look. Whenever I see that picture of her, it just really inspires me, and it really like looks extremely nice because she's wearing a lot of makeup, a lot of makeup, but the way it's been put on the face, it looks so natural, so bronzy and glowy. It looks amazing. So I tried to pick some of the bits and pieces from her look and created this very easy, very nice, very glowy Valentine's glam for you guys. So let's just not waste any more time and get into this video. However, if you're new to my channel, before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so every time I'm posting a video, you will get a notification. And let's just not waste any more time. Let's go to this tutorial. Take care. Love you. Bye. Bye guys, and happy Valentine's Day. Love you all. Bye.
Hey beautifuls, so we are going to begin with the primer, and for primer I'm using Rodial makeup illuminating glow drops primer. This is a really good primer if you want to give your skin a little bit more luminosity before you go with foundation. To fill my pores, I'm using Tatcha's Silk Canvas. This is becoming one of my favorite primers, especially for pore filling. I actually end up applying this all over my face, but where I have more pores, I just do a little bit extra dabbing and patting motions. For my foundation, I'm using Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Foundation. This is in shade number 245. As you can see, it's a little light for my skin, but what I use, well, I still have quite a bit in my bottle, so the way I use it for my or make it for my skin tone is I just add a few drops of my MAC Pro Long Wear concealer in shade NC45, and depending how warm you want it, you can add the darker color concealer or even a darker foundation, and you can make it your own color. I wanted quite a bit warm than what I originally had. So the second layer I'm applying with the mixture of the concealer, so it's giving me more coverage, and also it's giving me more warmth. Now I'm just going with my Stands Out Beauty sponge, and I'm going to take my RCMA foundation palette, and I'm going to pick up the shade which is much more closer to my own skin tone to do some color correcting or just to cover my dark circles. Some of the steps are pretty much the same. So my face base is exactly the same as you were seeing in past few videos, just the products are different in this one. For my concealer, I went with Benefit Cakeless Bowing Concealer. This is a really good concealer when you don't want any creases at all and you want your concealer to not budge all day throughout the whole day. So I'm going to blend this out with my Stands Out Beauty sponge again, and I also use the same concealer for my eye base. Also, you will see the eye look is so simple in this videos. You don't need a very full coverage kind of like eye primer. For my contour, I'm using again RCMA foundation palette, and I'm mixing up few darker shades of the foundation to do my contour, and I'm going to apply the product all over my all the areas where I want to be like more defined or just more structured, and I'm also using the same shades for my nose contour as well. This concealer brush from Sigma is a super duper good concealer brush to do some fine little contouring because it's so precise and very thin at the tip, so it's easy to do the small precision work. Now I'm just going to take the same foundation brush I used to apply my first layer, and I'm picking up the foundation, whatever foundation I have left on my dish, and I'm just picking that up on the foundation, on the brush, and mixing with the contour. So I'm just blending everything with my foundation brush and whatever product I have on the brush. It just gives a really nice smooth finish when you do it this way. Also, I'm going to take whatever product I have left on my brush. I'm just going to take it and pretty much drag it down towards my neck and all my like all the exposed areas like shoulders and everything, because I knew exactly what sort of top I'll be wearing. So I just wanted to make sure the whole exposed skin is matching with my face, so it doesn't look like I'm wearing foundation even though I am. I'm going to take the same darker shade from the foundation palette to do some eye contouring. I started doing this quite a bit. I haven't tried it with the major eye look, but I am definitely going to give it a go to this trick. If you apply it like this, it gives you like a very natural contour transition shade before you go with your eyeshadows. I've been doing this quite a lot actually, just applying the darker shade of the foundation in my as my transition shade, and also to deepen the outer V of my eye, and then I just go with any kind of lighter shade, and it just automatically gives me like a cat eye look, even though it looks like I spend quite a lot of time doing that, but it's so easy, it's super quick, and it's very like sluttery, sultry and all that look. So now I'm just going to take a lighter shade to what I applied. I like to go with a lighter shade to more towards the inner corner of the eye, so it gives a little shadow, but it also gives a really nice warmth as well. I didn't want it too dark towards the inner corner because that will make my eyes look smaller. Now I'm picking up this really nice gold shade from Kali Bible palette with BH Cosmetics. It was the second palette she came out with them, the mega palette. I'm just picking up one of the shades, and it's a very nice like subtle gold kind of thing, and that's the one I applied it all over my lid. And to set my under eye area, I use my Milani Cosmetics setting powder. This is in shade light to medium, and I only set the certain part of my face because I wanted my face to look super glowy and luminous and all that, like sparkly kind, not sparkly, like more like a glass skin kind of look. That's why I didn't apply the powder everywhere. I just did the under eye area, and also my around my nose, my chin, and all the areas which I tend to get a little creased and fine lines, and around basically, as I said, all the areas which I tend to get more creases or the fine line shows. And I am not applying a lot of product. I'm actually going very light hand. And now I'm going to do the highlighting, and I'm using a Huda Beauty highlighter palette. This is the 3D highlighter palette. I believe this one is in shade Zoya, the palette name, and I'm picking up the cream shade from the palette, or a cream highlighter from the palette, on the back of my beauty blender. And before I put the product on the beauty blender, I actually sprayed a little bit of a Coverfx Illuminating setting spray. This is the another trick or tip you can say I used. I learned that from Huda Beauty tutorial. It actually does make a huge difference when you do it this way. It really brings the shine out of that cream highlighter. It really, like, you don't need a lot of product, but the kind of effect you get is just literally like glass skin. I'm just applying that on all the areas where I want to be highlighted. And for the from the same palette, I'm using the blush shade as well, which is called, I believe it's called Zanzibar, and I'm just going to apply this in between the contour shade and the highlighter. So this is a different way of doing a blush, where you just want to be like melted in between the highlighter and the your bronzer or contour. To set my contour or to add a little bit more warmth, I'm using my Hourglass Ambient lighting bronzer. You know, this is my favorite product. I pretty much use it in every single video. I absolutely love Hourglass products. They are so good, definitely worth the money. And now I'm just going to apply this on all the outer part of my face, so all the areas which I want to be more defined and all that stuff. For this particular look, I actually did a soap brows. I didn't shape them, I didn't put any other product than the soap, actually to add a little bit more color, because I had a lot of like foundation in my hair, so I had to wipe it, and to add a little bit more color I used Benefit Goof Poof brow. It's kind of like that, the one with the brush, and the it's kind of like a gel kind of thing. I'll write down exactly, it's in the description box below. For the lip liner, I'm using MAC Cosmetics Nice and Spicy, and for the lipstick I use Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And to top the lipstick with a bit more gloss and more shine, I've used Zuair Cosmetics what is it, lip topper in shade Tan Lines. This particular this was actually my first time using this topper. I never used it before, and I loved it. It's so nice. It is very bronzy, that's for sure, but the kind of look I wanted, or kind of lips I wanted for this look, it just exactly, it actually turned out better than my expectation. Now I'm just curling my lashes, and for the mascara I'm using this Power Up mascara by Butter London, and I'm going to give a nice thick coat to my upper lashes, and I'm also going to use the same mascara on my lower lashes also. Because I wanted this eye look to look very clean, I didn't apply anything in my waterline, and I also didn't apply much of like any eyeshadow on my bottom lash line. Just kept everything like very tidy. To set everything in place, I've used Coverfx Illuminating Spray. This is a really good spray, especially when you want your face to look really luminous, really like glowing and all that. For the hairstyle, I went very simple. You just divide the hair, the front, you just keep a section out, and you just make a French braid or a Dutch braid with the remaining hair. And as soon as you're reaching your braid up to your neck point, just flip the braid at the front, and then do rest of the hair in a fishtail. It kind of gives you a really nice effect when you do. You have to keep your braid super tight from the top though, because you can make it looser afterwards, but make sure when you're doing your French braid or Dutch braid, keep it nice and tight. And as you reach towards your neck, then you just flip the hair at the front and start making into a fishtail. It's a really nice and very like a easy way of doing two braids but making it looking very glamorous and all that stuff. So I don't have a very long hair right now because I cut my hair a while ago, and I don't know what's going on, but my growth is not that fast. But I am keeping everything nice and tight, and also with the remaining hair I am doing my fishtail. And as you can see, if you apply a hairspray when you're doing your fishtail, then you have less chances of having any fly outs and all that. So with the remaining hair, you just take the hair out, and with your hair straightener, your curler, or whatever you have, I use my GHDs, and you just basically curl the front hair, and always do it away from face, so when it flows down, it's not right on your face. Also, you can, with this particular step, you can make it as thick or as thin you like. It doesn't have to be as thick as mine. You can make them one thick, one thin, couple of thins and stuff like that. So I wanted it more like some thick, some loose, kind of some very thin and all that. So there we go, that's the final look. Hope you enjoyed this quick, nice, glamorous, bronzy Valentine's glam. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I shall see you guys next time. Love you all, take care, bye bye.